alcohol isn't the problem. The problem is this feeling inside of me. Alcohol was the solution. For a while, it was my solution. I'm like, oh, I don't have to think about being good enough or whatever the problem was. Like, it worked for a really long time until it just left me feeling depressed, anxious, lonely, just worthless. The people in my life, my friends, my family, who are just the greatest people in the world and have stood by my side for, I've been working on getting sober since I was 20. I'm 33. It takes time. It took time, and it took patience with myself. Basically, what alcohol did for me, it did a couple of things. It was like this feeling of, oh my God, this is what I've been searching for my whole life. I'm my truest self, right? Like, I'm so much funnier and cooler and people like me. Guess what? Not true. I was not myself, not my truest self. But it started with, wow, I can be free and funny and boys will like me. This is when I'm younger, right? And I just held on to that belief that real Lucy came out when she was drinking. Guess what? Real Lucy did come out, but it was that rage and pain that I had been holding on to for so long. Because I was textbook binge drinker, blackout, wouldn't remember what I did, what I said, which is scary. And it's also hard to explain that type of drinking to someone, because people who haven't experienced it or dealt with it personally, addiction is such a topic that is still so taboo, because people would just tell me, well, Lucy, don't drink. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I'll try that. Thanks. But now it is that. Now it's okay, I just don't pick up the first drink and I'm fine. Because what would happen for me is I'd pick up the first drink, I'd like the feeling, I'd have another drink, I'd really like the feeling, and then it was past drink 2, don't remember. From my very first experience drinking, which was age 14, up until a year ago, I have had a problem. I've never had a period of my life where I was a normal, moderate drinker. It was always, let's go. Just go to this crazy dark place every time. And, of course, I trying to be a moderate drinker, just having to. I have an allergy to alcohol. I cannot drink. I view it as an allergy to alcohol. My brain doesn't work the same way as someone who can just have a glass of wine. My reaction to alcohol is different than my friends. This is different. And I've known I had a problem this whole time. There was never a moment where I thought I was normal. There have been moments where I didn't want to change, because I'm I'm not giving this up. Are you kidding me? Who would I be if I can't have fun and let loose and drink? I've had friends who've tough loved me. I've had friends who say, we can't until you do X, Y, and Z. I've always been shown love and support, but the thing about addiction, or just life in general, you gotta want something for yourself. I had so many things happen where you would have thought I would change. I tried to change for boyfriends. I tried to change for my mom. I tried to change for my career. I tried to change for vain reasons. I'm well, I'll look younger and be skinnier. I'll stop drinking for that. None of that shit works. I had to and wanted to get sober January 2nd, 2022, because I said, I deserve more. I deserve more out of this life. I have to try it a different way. And I have to be willing to just commit to it. The really crazy thing is I never let it get in the way of my job, because my career has always been so important. But when I'd go home at night, it would just be so dark, and I'd be so in my head about it. Because now I can show up exactly who I am and share my story, and to actually be able to talk about this is so freeing.